My dog. Welcome, everyone, to Analytics Are for the Nerds. We are just one day away until the NFL starts. Let's go.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
What is your day looking like right now? Like
just Philadelphia cream cheese.
So my wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall all the time, and I said maybe.
what does a nosy pepper do?
What?
It gets jalapeno business.
I need her forever. She had a life, Louis. She's a person. It's not about you, dude.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
You know,
What's something we're grateful for?
she didn't understand inflation. I got $5 for every Christmas in fucking 1984. 1994.
You hang out enough. You copy each other's facial hair and the double mustache and that is fucking gross. So welcome.
I do want to be clear though that I have earned one, and Lou is depressed. There's a big difference. Lou is still trying to convince 16-year-olds he's cool, and they keep telling him they don't want weed from him. They can get it from anywhere. So, there's a difference between mine and his.
You know
that it hits harder lately because I actually am a little depressed and it hurts now hearing, we laughed it off. And now I'm like, man, is he seen in the future or what's going on here? Hurts, it stings.
I want to bring two things up. One is the genuinely funny delivery that Ryan has when he does that dumb dad joke. And thanks for making me realize that I have a dumb laugh. So I appreciate it. And also remember that one time when we were under that one company and just how much we didn't care. These clips, I'm like, oh. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
We did have a catchier. We did have a catchier song though. We did have a really good song.
We're doing okay. I do. How are you guys doing? Football's in less than 24 hours. Philly versus Cowboys. We are going in.
Boy, for having done, and spent most of the summer doing a fantasy football podcast, I have to say it really snuck up on us this football season.
Yeah.
You're joking. I know that's funny, but I mean, it really did. I mean, we've been drafting since the day after Super Bowl, you and I, at least, right? And so, I guess there's really no off season. We us three didn't take any off season. I think we kept kind of right with it. I don't even think we even took a break. So, I mean, we and Allie's number. In the pre-show of she's 6 weeks, 8 weeks, now we're just like 24 hours. I was just telling you guys pre-show, it's like today kind of hit me. I was like, I got a million fucking waivers to do today. I missed the ones on I'm gonna say Fantrax Sleeper because they're all on Tuesday, so I missed all of that run in my sleeper leagues. But I remember today and I try to catch up and, now today is just like, especially, I think I'm done with my redraft leagues. Maybe I haven't, but I was just telling you, the marathon on Underdog is at 64% fill right now. I'm probably going to put a lot of time in from now till tomorrow's kickoff, trying to get as many entries in that. So, it's here, man.
Here you are telling us pre-show about how you're getting your sleep right, and now you're going to say I'm going to max out as much as I can on this marathon in the next 24 hours. I don't know. That doesn't sound.
Justin Herzig tweeted that, but I don't have my ranking set. But he wrote at this point, it's probably positive EV just to auto draft 150 teams if you got your ranking set. I don't have my ranking set 1 through 300 on Underdog or whatever it is, but I might do that Like I might, try to draft as many and then auto draft up to the 150 entries just because
That sounds like a dumb way to lose $40,000. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is there's no way that it ends up. I'll say if everybody like me goes crazy, the big players and BBM did it fill tonight? I know it was close, but once that fills, sure, people will adjust to try to attack these. But even if it went crazy, and no, BBM's still open, it's at 97%. So like that's not going to fill till tomorrow. Like there's going to be like a 20 more. It's going to be like a 30% overlay on this thing. That's just free money. I don't know.
All right.
I'm going to try to take advantage of it.
Told me on it now. All right.
How are you, Allie? No one ever asked how you are.
I'm struggling right now, guys. I apologize. My weird lighting. I'm in a different room because one of my two good boys, Hobo, Christopher, he either rolled around in humid grade shit or a skunk, and it's so bad. So I'm like confined in a room. I just want him to be happy, so he like stays put. So if you hear a lot of squeaking, he has this little banana squeaker toy. And I'm just mortified because I hate bad smells. And I feel like I'm going to be the kid that smells like poop at work tomorrow.
It would be so great if this was the first time we learned that you have two like children. And that's like you were one of my two good boys rolled around in shit or got sprayed. Like, that was how you like introduced them to the podcast.
Yeah.
I have so you don't know.
So
here's my issue: is you should know the difference between a skunk smell and shit.
Okay, as someone who doesn't have my own human-born children, I know that skunks smell like weed, right? But I don't know if I don't smell skunk. I don't smell animal skunk in the city in Buffalo. I only smell weed, right? So I don't ever smell skunk. So I'm like, there's no way there's like a skunk in my backyard in the city. I was like, what if a rat bit him? And now it's like some weird like Walking Dead situation going on with his ear where it's like, in fact, so I'm just going 0 to 60 real quick.
Maybe your dog was just smoking weed.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
He was just over.
He's just crushing it, but he's like I don't smoke it, so he's like, do I just roll my ear in it? And then now he has an ear infection. I don't know what it is, but it smells really bad, and it's like it's like the room then smells. And then so I'm on Reddit, and they're like, well, if it smells like burning rubber, it's definitely a skunk at close range. And I'm like, I just think it smells like shit. It smells like an adult human, or like one of those fat kids in middle school's poop. It smells terrible, and I don't know what to do. And I feel bad because he's like gonna get made fun of by like other dogs.
His dog friends, yeah. He's the smelly dog. I have the best story about a dog being sprayed a skunk. My like the first dog I had, like when I moved on my own, like younger 20s, Annabelle, R.I.P. But me and the girl I was dating at the time came home drunk from a Bills game. Right. And we let her outside, and then we come back in, and, we did the whole like cute drunk thing, like in bed, like, who's a good girl? We were both just like rolled around the bed with her, tickling her. And she had gotten sprayed by a skunk. And it was, I mean, when I tell you, it was all over us, all over the bed I couldn't get the smell out of my house. So that's why I'm assuming that it is shit. I hate to break it. I'm pretty confident that it's shit. But and I don't know if that's better or worse, but I do think it's better. I think shit, you've taken a smelly shit and it eventually fades.
Yeah.
Skunk is a very longing smell.
I keep like smelling my hands because I I'll pet him and be like, is this So it's almost like I've cupped in like number 2 air. I'm like, it's like, and I'm like, it still smells bad. My hands still smell bad. I'm so like mortified of bad smells. I might just call off of work tomorrow. And like so the fact that it doesn't smell like skunk is probably not skunk then.
I'm assuming, I think personally, I mean, like, I could almost see it the other way around, like that like a non-weeds or a weed smoker could mix that up because they're so used to the smell of weed. You are not a weed smoker.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a very so yeah, I'm afraid to tell you, but you got a shitty dog right now, and that's fine. It's fine. Just make sure you spray him with a hose, a little oatmeal bath.
I did vinegar. I basically douched him and still got vinegar and baking soda. I made it nothing.
You just sprayed him with Axe.
He's a good boy. He's so cute. Yeah. So anyway, now my eyes burn. That could be. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, guys. So thanks for tuning in. If you're just listening, I'm that bad mom who just has a smelly kid that wears gray sweatpants to school.
Instead of a draft poll for next week, we need to have votes on what we think the cause of the smell of your dog is. So make sure we put that in.
Yeah.
100%.
Not a bad idea. Let me I'm just doing a little I've got some fun things to talk about and everything and nothing. One is that my dog, please don't take him away from me. He is the love of my life. And by the way, the other dog, the cute black and white one, he's the smelly one. So I'm very confused why this happened. Anyway.
Wait, I have one more follow-up question. Is the other dog acting weird around that dog? Is he like, oh, dude, you stink? Like, I'm staying away.
But he's ready for the big game. He's got his new Josh
yeah.
Allen jersey. Let's go.
I do want to be clear. That's the non-smelly one.
Yeah, this is why.
Okay. It would be something really special if that's the shit smelled one. You're just like
the other one's just in the licking the toilet bowl. Is that weird? Is that okay? So anyway, this guy, he's fun. Okay, so here's something very interesting. I'm gonna put the clean dog down so then the other one doesn't. Hold on. I just awoken. I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, so something interesting. There is a reason I hate me, guys. You're gonna roll your eyes, and we're gonna lose all of our followers. Did you know that Al Capone is the reason we now have expiration dates on milk? Huh? Next one. Okay.
Wait. Go ahead, Ryan. But no, I didn't know that. Explain though, because
in the 1930s, Al Capone's niece got sick from expired milk. So he basically pushed for a change on expiration dates. He used his political influence to kind of lobby the new law that required bottling companies to stamp milk with sell-by dates, which was that's the smelly dog, which was unheard of at the time. So I think that's kind of cool. But also, Al Capone.
So keeping with the theme of bad smells, first of all, what is Al Capone doing, letting his daughter pour milk into her cereal and not just like take a sniff of that? Like, I mean, that had to be some smelly ass rancid milk, right?
Yeah, it's like having someone's dog just roll in human poop. I mean,
it's a very comparable set.
That's really funny.
You're right. You're not wrong. Be like, this clumpy yogurt substance, this is fine. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I thought the Al Capone thing was going to lead to like with the Al Capone milk connection was going to be like something to connect with like missing persons somehow. But so that's what I was waiting for. That was where my Italian mafia brain went. But all right, so he lobbied that, and then they just started doing it on everything, or he's like responsible for milk, or he's responsible for like
the expiration dates. He did have plans to move into the dairy industry, but take over.
He decided to kill people instead.
East was the first one to go. He's like, and then Al Capone created a probiotic which saved everyone's life. And he's like, yeah, sell by date. So bless his
Dude,
heart.
that is
Kind of
so
interesting
great.
though, like, right? Okay, here's something fun. Did I bring this one up before about Tyreek Hill? Did I do this one?
I don't
Did I
know.
give you my did you know? Wait, I just lost it. Shoot. Wait, talk amongst yourselves. Shit. Guys, I'm really I'm being poisoned right now.
I'm being poisoned by shit smell.
Wait. Okay, there's this thing that I got it right here. This is up. Did you know that Tyreek Hill had more kids than touchdowns last season?
I think
Yeah, I love
either
look at this.
you did it or I have heard that. But yeah, because
Maybe I
how
did.
many
4 touchdowns, 5 children.
Wait,
5 were born
children,
last year?
Yeah.
Not in 1 year.
In 1 year.
Holy shit. No, I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah,
no.
he's 5 kids, and I can't keep one dog from rolling around in shit. Yeah. So do we want to do okay? So here's a little fun preseason thing, and maybe any of you listeners can do this. Do you think he will have more than 5 children in addition to his already 5 this year? Do we think more touchdowns? What do we think? How many more kids this year do you think he's going to get? That's wild, though. 5 kids, 4 touchdowns.
I just don't want to be the podcast that puts out misinformation. So I'm not trying to come back at you, but I'm correcting because I looked. It's funny though when you type in Tyreek Hill. We did this game before in Google. One of the top things is 5 kids in 1 year, but the AI what Grok says is Tyreek Hill did not have 5 kids born to him in the same year. It appears to be a misunderstanding about reports because there was paternity cases in 24-25 proving that he had kids. So they didn't actually birth them in the same year, but he did become a dad 5 times in a year. So he just didn't know that he had those kids previously. Okay. So his actual sperm was not birthed 5 times in a year, but because there was a couple paternity cases in that year that claimed or that proved that he was the father.
It's a rare rule where actually they get to roll the kids over into the next year. And it counts all for the same
tax
year.
purposes, of course.
Yes, right.
Totally get it. So good. In my favorite news of the week, and because this makes me so happy. And then we're gonna go looking forward to doing numbers and fun sports stuff. The GOAT, as they say in New England, Bill Belichick, first game at UNC, 48-14. His team got 14. So I love it. I just feel I felt giddy inside when I saw that. I can't wait to watch this season. I can't wait. Just
What are the odds? And I'm asking this seriously. I'm not even like joking around here. What are the odds that he quits before the season's over? If it continues to be like this,
5-4, just like Tyreek Hill said. I don't think he'll quit.
You don't think so either, Ryan?
Yeah, I think he's probably making great bank. I think he has probably 2-3 years on a contract at least.
So did you?
I think it was a massive contract and commitment. I seem to recall it being pretty substantial, but I think the fact that he's on the hook for a lot of money, and I mean he's got a lot of pride. I mean, he didn't have to come back and take this job, so he's already kind of had his legacy tarnished a little bit with how things kind of ended in New England, and everyone's saying, oh, maybe it really was mostly Brady, but I think he'll ride it out. I don't see it going much better than that first game though.
Yeah.
He's also in his I don't give a fuck era. Like, he's in that point. This tweet's good that I saw. Number of times Bill Belichick coached NFL teams allowed 48 points. 0 times in 511 games in the NFL.
Oh.
The number of times Bill Belichick coached football teams allowed 48 points, one time in one game. So he's 1 for 1 when he didn't let that up. Do you know who the closest was? Tyler
The
Bass. Tyler Bass missed an extra point in a game that they scored 47, or it would have been 48. But yeah, never had given up 48 one time in 511 games. That's insane.
Oh, bonkers. I'm sure.
Loved watching it.
Oh,
Just
the best.
very cute. Yeah.
It's just it like fills my little dark heart. I just makes me so happy. Let's see, we've got another dork. There's a Jerry Jones documentary, and if he's listening, hey girl. Also, you probably have better things to do first. Jerry Jones always gets ridiculed on the fact that he's never hired a GM, that he is the acting GM, and they asked why. His quote is, "I like the pain." How gross is Jerry Jones? Do you guys want to take this?
I mean, I think I don't know how gross this is, other than, just how pathetic it is that you're going to trade away Micah Parsons and then you're going to go ahead and spend $90 million on Deron Bland. I mean, to me, that's like going to look in a couple of years, you're going to remember that sequence of events as a Cowboys fan. I feel like, and really regret that. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not a big Jerry Jones fan, but yeah, he's
Yeah, it's crazy how a documentary like this documentary about the Cowboys on Netflix, like he had to have some control with it, right? It's like about the whole dynasty. It's crazy that's made me hate him more. Like he's not a likable person at all. He seems to be I will say this. The documentary started off, the one that's on Netflix. Like, it started off where I'm like, almost that you could like it a little bit, because it was, he was an underdog story. He put all of his money in to buy the Cowboys, like left his family broke, like, was losing money.
Right.
But, so it started off where I was like, maybe I don't hate him. And then you just like, you watch it progress, and he's like, oh no, he's the worst person ever. So
speaking of that, are you guys caught up on the Hard Knocks Bills preseason?
Yes.
How do you like it so far? Feel good?
It's pretty good. I mean, I like getting access to a team that I care about. I'll say that. I mean, it's not necessarily the most like incredible content I've ever seen, but it's entertaining. I like getting a peek into both their personal lives and sort of how the teams operate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. We are going to move on to, thank you for that. By the way,
sorry.
Thank you. We are going to talk about BBM favorites while I pour tomato juice on my dog. So
that was literally, I think, one of my favorite 20-minute segments on the podcast ever, by the way. Lots of laughing. I'm trying to pull up your team here. I just had it, and then did it come up for a second?
It did. Yes, for a second.
Okay. And then I tried to hide it for some reason. Okay. So this is the team that you love the most. Why don't you kind of run through it and explain why?
So it's got using the solver tool, right? Which I think is that a established to run product? I'm not sure, but using that tool, the highest closing line value for all of my BBM drafts currently is this draft. So the players are the follows. So if you scroll up to the top here, Lou,
sure.
At quarterback, it's Caleb, Penix, and Young, Christian McCaffrey, Marion Hampton, Jordan Mason, Tyrone Tracy, Bill Krosky Merritt, Will Shipley, Drake London, Tet McMillan, Roma Dunze. Of course, I had to have Ibuka in here, Matthew Golden, Wandale Robinson, Jalen Coker, which doesn't look great right now anymore, Colston Loveland, and Mason Taylor at tight end. So the reason I like this team, a couple reasons. Number one, the running back room to me feels pretty strong with McCaffrey and Hampton, followed by JCM at pick 161, which is nice. Obviously, a really strong, I think, wide receiver room, at least 5 deep. It's going to obviously require a lot of faith in rookies, and that follows through on tight end. I think it's funny that when we're doing this now, this is probably my favorite team, and I just use the solver tool to find the best closing line value. But I would venture to guess that like a week or two into the season, there's going to be another team that I like a lot more that didn't necessarily get better closing line value. But I like the path to this team. I mean, I stacked up Caleb with Odunze. I stacked up Penix with London. I stacked up Young with
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And
all
I
three of the
know
top
you're
options, or what I perceive will be the top options this year. I'm not a big believer in more. And then some upside shots at running back, and I'm feeling good about the positions too, with Loveland at I think like pick 128, which is going much higher now. So yeah, all around it feels like I got good value, and it's a decent build. So we'll see how it plays out. But I wouldn't be surprised if in a few weeks we're talking about other teams of ours that become our favorites.
I know that you've said you don't pay a lot of attention to week 17 correlation, and this obviously shows that, but also like I wouldn't say you did it on purpose, but you got the McCaffrey correlation with Chicago there in week 17, which is I obviously always prefer that correlation, and so that's like one of the first things I look for, because you want to win the $1 million or the $2 million, right? Like and I think it's almost impossible to do that without some, but you got to get there first, and this team is really strong. I love how you stacked everything there, and some of my favorite players like McCaffrey at 8 is. Do you know when you drafted this?
I think this was, it should be available here. I'm pretty sure it was early August. It was a slow draft on
Krosky merit at 161 is like you had to be it had to be recent, I would say.
It's end of July. So, but
Really?
It was a slow draft. So I wonder if that's either start or finish date. But Either way, yeah, I think it was when the news came down. Obviously I just smashed it because he hadn't risen yet. So yeah, it was definitely taking advantage of the time. And that's the nice thing about slow draft. So here's yours. Why don't you tell us about what you have?
Wait, he hasn't risen yet, you said?
What's that?
He hasn't risen yet?
Who's that? Oh, my email was that saying like I was just gonna say don't read my emails because it's all fantasy football updates and Quora for some reason. I don't know how I got there, but I really don't even know how I get it. But they 100% like it's know what I'm thinking. It's like, have you been sad lately? And I'm like, what? How did you do this? And I'll get one like, I wanted to sleep with my therapist. I'm like, come on, how are they?
It happened one time. Oop, tap your mic. Nope. Am I the only one?
No, I can't hear you, Lou.
Okay, sorry, Lou. Podcast canceled. Still talking. Tap it. There you
Sorry.
go. There you go.
All right. I apologize. I slammed it. I was so mad about those chorus that I slammed it so hard I broke it. All right. So this is like I try to look through as many of I'm at like 130. I don't think I'm going to get to 150 by tomorrow, but I try to look through as many of them. But I didn't look through many of like the last 30 to 40 I've done, but I labeled most of like the top 90, the teams I like the most. So when I was looking through, this one was labeled great. And when you look at it, it really is. So I got and it's value here for me too. I don't love. There's a little what's it? The little fragility. Is that a word? With the 2 quarterback and 2 tight end stuff. But when you got your stars, it's great. And so getting Allen at 33 already kind of it's a decent win there. And then I got the Vegas stack with Geno, Genti, and who my tight end is on this team. I don't have to tell you, Brock Bowers. I got Kincaid with as my second tight end with Allen.
I have Bowers on my team as well, by the way. Just,
we have to go over your team. You got a big team to share. Yes, you do. We got a big team to share, but I love the fact that you drafted Bowers. You did not share that with us. Genti, my running back room. So my quarterback room, Allen and Geno. Running back room, Genti, Walker the third at 64 on this in this draft. Like, that's insane. And I know I've even not been clicking on him lately, a little bit scared with the injury issue, but like, that's insane. Najee obviously way above where he's going now at 112, but at least he's gotten some positive news. Braylon Allen at 177, currently going at 125, like, big hit. Nick Chubb at 184, currently going at 149. Everyone's darling, Brashard Smith. And then Dylan Sampson at 208, which I don't care if Judkins signs tomorrow. Like, if Sampson's good, Judkins never gets a look, like, and I'm not saying that he's gonna be good. I'm not betting that at all. I'm not sitting here telling you he's got more talent or good, but if Sampson comes in and he's just fine and Judkins doesn't even come into practice till like week 6 or 7, like, he's not gonna get a serious look at being the bell horse. So I mean, getting Sampson at 208 here, great. And then just some of my favorite wide receivers, Jameson Williams at 40, Adunze at 57, which is a little bit early now. Shakir right where he was at. I got him at 81. That's where he was. Then he went back with the injury. Now he's kind of back up. Like Buka at 88, right when Ryan was starting to push him.
That's right. I was breaking through.
You were breaking through. I took him at 88 as my wide receiver 4. Jaden Higgins, again, 7 picks behind at 105. Jack Besh, which, looks like the only miss here, but again, it's a stack. So if he gets
they've not played any football games yet. Let me remind you.
Jack Besh, and then Joshua Palmer to pair with Allen at 160. He's currently going at 135, and Bowers and Kincaid is my tight end group. So, like, this is fun. And to your point that you made, like, in 4 weeks, this could go from fun to really scary. But I love that. 1 injury, obviously.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love the running back values. I feel like when you get those right, that can be one of the biggest hits, especially if this year goes more like every other year, but last year when running backs get hurt and the 1B the 1B options get the opportunity. So yeah, I love the team. We'll see how it plays out. But Allie, can we talk about Allie's big team here?
Yeah. So you had your big draft.
I had my big draft.
You were nervous about it.
Very nervous. And I'm sorry if I now sound lethargic. It's the smell of the dog is really
it's now loading into another room.
I know I'm in my lungs. Totally normal. Okay, so there's a family draft. I've never been asked to join it. It was my first season, and a lot of pressure because it's everyone from an 11-year-old up to an 88-year-old. So
those are the best, though.
The best. Yeah, the 11-year-old's like, their first round pick is Josh Allen, and you're like, okay. So they'll beat me. Okay, so quarterback, Mahomes. I have Adunze. I've got Jameson Williams. I have Barkley, Cook, Bowers, Myers, Aubrey, and I have Philly as my defense.
So
very short. Is there no bench?
My bench
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah. She's like, I don't want
I
to
don't feel
mention
good
that
about my
part.
bench slot. That's why I didn't want to bring it up.
That's all right. Let it know. We want to hear it. We want to hear about the depth. We want to hear about the depth.
Because I just wanted to be, you know how much I can't stand AA Ron. So I went for Justin Fields because I'm like, let's give him some love. Okay,
love
Justin
that.
Fields. I have Williams. I have Ray Davis, Higgins, Fryermuth. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dobbs, Tyler Bass, and Minnesota.
All right.
All right.
You did good. You crushed.
All right.
You did good. And we'll be pulling for you. Yeah, I'm sure now the coolest thing about it is when you come on the podcast, we could do some start sit questions. You gotta say, hey, who am I starting this week? This person or this person? We're gonna get you to a 13-0 season.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna trade Tyler Bass already. I feel like he's just done.
I don't think he. Have we heard anything? Like, is he playing?
No.
I mean, I know the rest of the team is not. I mean, I don't want to make this a Bills podcast, but like everyone's hurt. Keon today with the hamstring that doesn't sound good at all, right? Like that's scary on Wednesday before a game. So Keon, the two corners, like it could be scary, but I haven't heard anything on Bass. Like he was not practicing until just the last couple of days. So
hip throwing injury. But I also know that McDermott loves to do, which I respect. He loves to do that whole I don't know who's starting.
He is very coy because I will say this. I went, and this is just who I am. I go right to overreact mode first, and then I go, then I come back to ground. Today when asked about Benford, because honestly, maybe I'm in the clue. I didn't realize he got hurt the same day as Trey White, but I did not hear about this. I had no idea that Benford's availability was even in question. And when they asked him about it today, he said, "We'll see." Like that's not very, but then I had to come down to like, okay, it's just McDermott being McDermott, trying to be a little coy, playing because I'll tell you what. We go into that fucking game with Dorian Strong and who's the other one? Who's the other? Ingram as our starting quarterbacks. We're gonna get fucking smoked. So I hope Benford's good. And maybe I can't imagine Trey is playing, but we'll see. Well, good. We're gonna get you to a win here. I want to show our two teams that we drafted together real quick. To see what we think about them now, because who knows? I don't remember anything, so we'll look and we'll see what we think about the teams that we did. I do know this first one Ryan's going to be happy with, as I was just looking through. But quarterback Josh Allen, JJ McCarthy, running back Genty, Swift at 84, like that. Charbonnet before he became hot too. Jalen Wright, miss obviously. Dowdle's fine, and Brashard Smith. If Jalen Wright, like if this draft was just 2 months later and Jalen Wright becomes Ollie, I love that room. Wide receiver Brian Thomas, love. Jameson Williams, Jordan Addison. Dunze, you got me on Igbukah, and I remember mother effing you. I didn't want Igbukah. I would love to see if I might even be able to pull up that board about who was there, who I was trying to get, but it was anybody but Igbukah I know. And you
actually wanted to take Jack Besh 40 spots out of 82. I'm remembering right now.
And we get Igbukah and at 85 there as our wide receiver 5. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And with Addison, being one of our receivers, that really helps. And then Besh, obviously, miss there, maybe Pat Bryant and Dami Brown rounding it up. And then our tight ends, Ingram and Taylor. I've soured on Ingram a little bit. I don't know about you. How are you feeling about Ingram?
I've soured on him too. And I wonder if it's just one of those where like you just kind of get bored with it after a while, or you start poking holes in it unnecessarily. I think he's fine. I think he's a fine pick. I like I like this team a lot. And the
And
only
Allie, this
problem we're
is
going to have now is just divvying up the money and all the fights that's going to cause infighting. I mean, but guys,
yeah.
might as well write it in.
And Allie, you're
Contract's
in on
over.
this one. This one you were part of. You weren't part of the other one, but you were part of this. So this could be $2 million right here for the three of us.
I'm sure it will
Which will
be.
I will have to take $1 million back for all the money I've spent on the podcast, but I'm gonna take that. We will split the other $1 million 3 ways. And let's look at the other team that me and Brian drafted 1 week that you ditched us, I think for a funeral. So whatever. But let's see.
I did you because I think my Wi-Fi probably, right?
Yeah.
The death of your
Yeah, was it?
Slash wasn't my Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's been getting slandered this whole time, and it's all been my computer. So
it's been your computer the whole time. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay, Nerds 2. Is it still up and sharing? Yeah. All right. So this is the one that you and I did, Rye, here. I don't know what the date is, but quarterbacks: Goff, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. Running back room: Gibbs, Taylor, Hampton.
Oh, whoa!
ETN and JCM. That is a nice running back room. That is really, that's a great running back room. Love that. The quarterbacks left something to reach for, but let's see what our wideouts look like. Jameson Williams with Goff, Hunter, Debo, Keon, if his hamstring's good. Burden, man, I'm 100% like turned around on Burden. Like I am all, and I wasn't down on him. Like I loved him as a dynasty asset. I just didn't see his path as much like in redraft, but I'm there, man. Like I love that pick and I am drafting him up. Pat Bryant, DeAndre Hopkins. We might talk about him here later in one of these segments. I don't get it, man. I don't get how he's going free. Like, doesn't it just feel like the Ravens is a team that's going to give him 80 targets? Like, I just feel like he's going to get targets this year. And I know he might be washed, but they've also like brought back a couple washed guys back into relevancy in the last 10 years, like, I don't know.
I think his better bet would have been if Likely wasn't almost sure to come back within like the first 3 weeks of the season, and he could have soaked up some of that target share. Yeah. I do believe that Likely is going to be a big part of their plans when he comes back. I think they wanted to re-sign him, right? That was the buzz. He got hurt literally the day that they were talking about a contract extension, and then everything quieted down. So I think that he needs Likely to be out for an extended period of time to really smash. But I think at pick, what is this, 195? What we got him here. That's more than fine. So this is nice. It's a live team too.
Yeah, tight end Laporta and Ferguson to round it out, and another Coker team. We're big Coke heads over here. I like this team too. But Allie, when we do win that one, you are not entitled to 1/3 of. We will give you something. We'll throw some cash your way. We'll say, hey, remember when you ditched us for that dead person?
Yeah.
We're like, here's $50,
or you'll just pay for my dog to get washed. So thank you.
You're still there.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. This is that excitement that's very. It's, I don't know. I love when football starts. It's really the best. So we're gonna do this next segment is our hot takes, and this insert song. Hot take.
You just start singing.
No one needs to see that.
Don't make me play the video of you singing again. We'll do it.
The hootie dancing.
Yes.
All right, so we've got some hot takes. I have a hot take, but I would love for you. Who wants to go first?
All right. What do we want to do? Do we want to do all three at a time? Do we want to do player takes, then team takes, and then
I've got one take.
Okay, good. All right, that's fine. All right, Ryan, you give us your hot takes first. How about you start?
All right, so I have 3 takes. They're all player takes,
Yeah.
and I'm ranking them in order of least spicy to like most spicy. So like on the, when you ever order from like a Chinese restaurant, they have like the scale of like 1 to 5, which why the hell would you ever get anything above 3 is really, so they don't mess around with the spice levels. Anyways, this is like a level 1 spiciness. But my prediction here is that Zach Charbonnet outscores Kenneth Walker. And
Whoa.
I know you got. I love spicy. I know you got really good value for Kenneth Walker in that wonderful BBM draft. I would also have taken him at pick 64, but there are a lot of red flags with Walker, and it's a new coaching regime that's coming in, and there's no ties to the previous players. So Charbonnet's looked awesome in camp. I also thought he was a really good prospect when he came out. Everyone was kind of bummed that he ended up in Seattle because there was a logjam, and now he's kind of good getting an opportunity. And I feel like it's just wheels up for him. So let's go Zach Charbonnet here. My second one, unless you want me to just kind of one at a time. What do you think?
No, go ahead.
Okay, second one. Of course, I have to have one involving Emeka Egbuka, right? So my next medium spice level take is that Emeka Egbuka outscores his teammate Mike Evans. I still can't see it with Evans. I know he's going to get his targets in the beginning of the year, but I think throughout the course of the season, I'm going to bet on the young first round pick, and I would expect Egbuka to outscore him, not significantly, but enough to make the take. So, or to say take the stand. So finally, all right, now this is like super nuclear level spice, and may not come true, but here's my hottest take for the 2025 season. It's that Ashton Genty will outscore Jamar Chase. Yes, Jamar Chase in half PPR. All right, and here's my case on this. Yeah, I know. So last season, yes, Jamar Chase had an incredible season. He had 1,708 yards, 17 touchdowns. All right, 17 touchdowns, completely unsustainable. The last 2 years before that, so 2023, he had 212 half PPR points and 198 half PPR points. I'm expecting something more like that, maybe like 220, 230. And Bijan Robinson, his rookie year, had 217 half PPR points. If we're equating basically Bijan Robinson and Ashton Genty, and we're saying actually Genty might even be more of a generational prospect, why can't he put up 250 half PPR points as a rookie? I think he can, and I think that'll be enough to beat Chase. I think Chase is the worst first overall pick in like not like bad. I just mean for pure value. I don't mean he's a bad player. I just don't think he's worthy of like that incredible. I just don't see him duplicating that legendary upside season that he had last year. I think everything he ran really, really pure. And I don't see him doing that again. I know he's the most talented player, one of the most talented players in the league. So it's really hard to bet against him. But I think if I'm being really spicy here and just giving my hottest take, that's what it is.
A total 5 spicy walk.
Yeah. What
it is.
Stephen A. Smith say about this? Jeez. Wow.
Ellie, you want to do yours?
This is not going to be as exciting. So sorry, listener. Okay, one is I think Minnesota is going to be the sleeper team of the year. I always think they're so close, and I think like the team I follow, the Bills, I think they're going to try to figure it out too. But I think they're the sleeper team. Another one, not that crazy, but here's my hot take. Preseason is just so us dorks get excited about football, right? We all know that. It's like it's like watching an award show, not for the awards, but to see the fashion before it happens, right? We're like, people in jerseys. This is awesome. We love it. Football, right? It's great. But I think that the games are such bullshit. They're not the teams that are doing good in preseason are never going to be as good during the season, minus the NFC West and the AFC North. Like those are the two NFC West. Seattle was 1-1. Rams were 2-1. But like, if you look at the AFC North, I don't know, guys. I just think it's bullshit. I think it's, I think if your team, because I see people are like, oh, we're so good in the preseason. It means nothing because like your team is literally not playing, and half those guys are no longer playing football as of September 4th. They're like now working, as an accountant somewhere because they don't play football. So not a hot take, but I just think the pressure and the the eyes that we put on preseason is just for us lovers of football, not for any. But not a hot take. That is my like very mild take. I think everyone probably feels the same way. But the only way I equate that is to the fashion before an award show. Doesn't really matter.
the preseason it's the preseason pledge. Like, that's what Jeremy White, our friend, always says, is just like, never take anything too serious. The Bills have had a guy that everybody falls in love with, and they're just mediocre players because they've played well against third stringers.
Personality, but it's just that I'm sure you've all seen it. Like, there's some people that chirp online about preseason. You're like, shut up.
Yeah, no,
you don't
there's a lot of that.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'll do mine. I'll do mine real quick so we can get in the cats and dogs finish. One, my top player take is just going to be that hot take is going to be that CeeDee Lamb doesn't finish as a top 10 wide receiver. And just like, again, it's kind of to Ryan's point. I'm not even like shitting on the player itself. I just think, I think the emergence of Pickens, the coach likes to run the ball. They have like they're going to have a 3-headed backfield. I don't know for how long, maybe somebody takes that over, but they're going to run the ball. I like Pickens a lot. Ferguson just signs a big contract. I just think he comes back a little bit. And when I say he's out of top 10, I'm not saying he's going to be 30. He's going to be around, if he's around 9, I'm going to say that I won. I'm going to say that I did good, so, but yeah, that's a big one. I'm fading him. We've talked about this on the podcast. It's just like that first round again is so deep and so great. And there's not a lot of misses in the first round that it's like you have to pick somebody to fade. And CeeDee was the first one I did. I started recently doing it a little bit more with St. Brown, even though he's kind of like a fringe first. But CeeDee was the one guy I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to mix him into the repertoire. So I'm going to go with that. And then my team hot take is I think the Bears are going to be a top 5 offense. I just think all around, I want to buy into Woody Johnson in his offense. I still really believe in Caleb. He had just, a horrible situation around him last year.
You did it again. I have to point it out. You did it again.
Caleb. Wait, Caleb?
You called him Woody Johnson.
Oh my God. I keep on calling him Woody Johnson. I keep on calling it. Gee, what is his name?
You're a big believer in Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson. What's this dude's name?
So am I.
No, what is the coach's name?
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. Jesus Christ. I always have Woody's on the mind, all right. But I do think the Bears are going to be top. The 4 awesome, Komet is 5. Zacchaeus could be 6. I mean, they have a lot of weapons, and I like the backfield too. I think Swift is underrated this year, so definitely could see them. And there's gonna be I don't know if I kept on buying Roschon Johnson thinking he was gonna be this guy, but now there's all this hype on Monagai. But one of those other 2 guys are gonna eat in this offense. I think no one's kind of really taken account for it. They should be like the Jacksonville backups. They should be higher just because one of them's going to hit pretty large, I think. Pretty large ahead of their ADP. I just don't know which one. But anyways, Bears will be top 5 offense. And then I guess my last one, and I've kind of moved the goalpost a little bit on this one through the off season, but if Kenny Pickett had a chance to start some more games, he's going to Vegas behind a shitty Geno Smith. The guy's always hurt, and he's not hurt a lot, but he's going to get hurt. And Kenny Smith is still Kenny Smith Kenny Smith and Woody Johnson, Kenny Pickett is going to live the prophecy that I called months ago that he's going to start more than 8 games this season for a team. I did say it was going to be the Saints, and then I thought it might be the Browns, and then I thought it might be the Saints again. But now, now that it's Vegas, I am confident that it still happens. So there we go. Those are our hot takes.
Great, guys. That was fun. And,
Ellie was startled by the shit smell.
Yeah. It's like smelling salts. I'm like, ugh. So bad, you guys hurt. When I have pink eye in the morning, I will definitely know it was poop. Okay. Oh, my poor dog. So we're gonna move on to cats and dogs, one of our favorite segments.
Yes.
Trying to get our 2 boys ready to carry them to golf tournament for practice, right? 12 cats live across the road. Our door's open. Screen's broke. We need to get a new screen door, but the screen's broke, so you can come in through the screen, but you can't get back out of it. I turn and look, there's a little kitty cat in our kitchen. So I said, "What are you doing in here, little kitty cat?" By that time, the cat turns, tries to get back out. That screen won't go that way. Cat starts going, meow, all crazy. And I told our players, we need more dogs. Bo's barking in the back. I have to go shut Bo up. Mel's like, "What's going on?" I said, "There's a cat in the house." "Cat in the house?" I said, "Yeah, there's a cat in the house." So I told our players, I tried to let it out the front door. Meow, meow, the cat's still going crazy in there. And I told our players, you need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here. Meow, looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
We need more dogs, everyone. Look at that. So who are your cats and dogs of the week? Ryan, do you want to share?
Sure. My dog of the week, of course, is Egbuka again. We're going to feature him. Listen, he's going to get peppered with targets in a game that is a really high score total. Atlanta's going to throw the ball. It's going to be I think a high scoring game. I want a piece of that game. So, start him basically anywhere you have him. Also, I think in DFS, he's probably one of the best values right now. So, and my cat of the week is Calvin Ridley. I actually like Ridley a lot this year. Same one. Yeah. Well, obvious reasons, right? It's Pat Surtain, and I know he only plays one side of the field, so you could technically get creative and move him around. But I just think that you have a rookie quarterback and a really tough matchup. Also on the road, right? Isn't it in Denver? I'm pretty sure. Don't check me out. I mean, if it's not, it only slightly takes away from my point. It's just not a great matchup. Pat Surtain is one of the best in the game, and that whole defense. I know their second cornerback spot is not great, but the rest of that defense is really, really solid. Like, we're talking about one of the top defenses in the league. So yeah, I'm avoiding him if I have to. If I have a tough call, I'm going to go lean towards the other player.
Yeah, and I love him this year, Calvin Ridley. Yeah. So I want to be I'm really, really high on him. I 100% had him as my cat today too, and for the same exact reason as you. They are on the road. The total's 42.5. So it's not even like the game script would really act in their favor. I would play a lot of Alec Aomar and Chig in DFS because they will be playing from behind and probably avoiding Surtain. So I like those two guys. And just to your point about Egbuka real quick before I do my dog is that love him. Obviously I'm on the train now. And I think he's a really good play this week. I would avoid him in DFS because he's at least in big tournaments because he is so cheap. He's only 3,400 because they did the prices, months ago when they released the week one. So he's 3,400 on DraftKings and everyone's going to own him, So you almost have to avoid him and hope for you do. No. You can't. in big tournaments,
you
cannot-
just plug them in. You got to find the next. You got to find the other play. In my opinion, if you don't have them,
I think he's a horrible. I understand what you're saying, and I mean, I'll tell you right now, he's going to be owned by 80%. So unless he blows up, it's not, to me, it's not great. But I'll be avoiding him only on DraftKings, or any kind of DFS that I do, because it will not be week 1 lineups. He will be in my week 1 lineup. So I'm not trying to make that point. My dog of the week, I'm going to do the Ryan Murin pick 2, and it's just kind of it's a stack. It's just Ted McMillan and Bryce Young. Like, I really, I'm big on both of them this year. I'm big on that connection becoming a big thing. I've bought into so much of them, but they're one of the higher, the highest over under in the league outside the Bills Ravens game. They're like 1 point behind that. I think it's 47.5 that they're at. That keeps on rising, even though the under is being bet on. And also, they're like 23% to 77%. Who are they playing? The Jags. Like, the public's on Jags 77%. So, like, I just really like that game to be. I love that game to be fireworks. Like, play all of them. Play Hunter. Play Thomas. Play all your Jags and Panthers. I could see this being like a really fun game. So, I really like that stack though, and I'll be looking to play some Panthers a lot this year. I hope and think so.
All right. I guess
you got a cat or a dog?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm going to be kind and say my dog of the week is Louis for setting me up with peppering me with some great draft list, because I really want to beat family. Oh. And then my cat of the week is my dog Hobo for
rolling in shit. Dude, I can I tell you honestly what I'm doing? Then this sounds like, I mean, I don't think this is shocking to anybody. I think I'm the only vain one on the podcast, but I will get off. I will do 20 minutes of editing like I normally do, and then I'm gonna go sit on my couch, rip a couple marathons, and watch the first 20 minutes of this podcast, because it was the hardest I've laughed in weeks, and maybe I need a repeat here. So I appreciate
that. If you want your eyes to tear as well, feel free to stop by. Because it hurts. It hurts. So thank you everyone for listening to Analytics Are for the Nerds. We are so excited, just as you are, about football starting. So get ready. Good luck this season. And Louis,
I'm sorry, I do have to plug this, and I forgot. I'm so horrible at plugs. But I will be on almost every week. There's 2 1:00 Bills games that I'm probably gonna have to miss. But I will be on a show, Stardom Shit'em show, every Sunday at 11 a.m. with Stacey Perez on Dynasty Degenerates. So we will have almost every Sunday it'll be me and Stacey, like I said, 11 a.m. and I'm gonna try to sneak in some more the ones I can, but that will be fun. We love Stacey here. She'll be on next week. She's in Vegas today. She was going to join us to kind of help me promote it, but she'll probably be on with us next week to promote that. So yeah,
very cool.
All right.
Excellent.
Sorry.
That's
well,
awesome.
here goes our momentum. Ryan, Ryan saved someone's life today, probably.
Nope. Yeah, you just catch me back on this podcast next week. So,
and then if I don't die from some weird virus, everyone, I'll see you next week as well. Thank you again for listening to Analytics for the Nerds, and let's go. Sports.